Can we be real for a minute, Damian?
Yes.
If we're being real for a minute,
That's what the
I
show's
think
about.
absolutely. I think what happened is you saw somebody. I'm gonna say no names now because so you seen somebody, and I'm just speaking from what I think. You can tell me your thoughts after, but I think that after you reached out to me, there was a certain person that came in your life, and they were talking down on us after we did a certain thing to you. Um, they were talking down on us, and you seen that person, and you fought for us, but then you turned around and you went on their side and started fighting against us. And I think recently you came around and you revamped yourself, and you came around and you said, hold on, wait a minute. I'm going back and I'm looking at this, and this ain't right. This ain't right. You know, I'm letting somebody that's new come into my life and put me against some people that I've known for over 2 years now. And I think that's what happened. Tell me if I'm wrong. Correct me.
You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Because I was letting, that person like literally dictate my life to some extent. And y'all know I don't like people try to dictate onto your life, right? But that's what I was letting that person do to me. Because at that point, honestly, we're gonna keep it real. Honestly, I just really didn't care, honestly, no more. I didn't. I just didn't. But then once that thing had happened, I was like, wait a minute. Okay. What you're not going to do is talk about my friends, my good friends that I have known for 2 years. You're not going to do that. I don't care. You can say whatever about me. I don't care. But what you're not going to do is twist around and talk bad about my friends that you clearly don't know, because I know them the longest.
Never new into the situation. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude. And you know what I think happened? I think that he tried to sort of manipulate and try to use you to throw at us and, try to flip you against us. We all know that's not going to happen because like I said, even if we try to fall out, it don't matter how long we fall out, it could be a year. We're still going to come around and resolve this thing. Because
absolutely,
that's what real friendship shows, and that's what a real brotherlyhood shows. And so, forever grateful for these two gentlemen, Damian and Bry. So they've always been real. So,
amen to that. Amen to that. Before we go, Prince TJ, I really want to just talk, to our fam about this here, because we all know back in 2020, we all suddenly lost American dancer and choreographer. Y'all know I'm bad at pronouncing words, but we lost, you guys, Twitch.
Was that 2020?
That was 2022. Excuse me, 2022.
Okay. 2022.
And that was literally, quite almost the worst day of my life, if I have to say that. Because I remember the time I was here in my room, scrolling through social media like I normally do. And I just kept on seeing Twitch name popping up, that he is dead, this and that, committed suicide. I was like, this is fake. This is fake. Like, why would people do this? And then I saw, from a source that I trusted, that it was true, and I literally was frozen. I couldn't move at all. Like, my whole body was numb. And I don't know the man, but I just ball out crying. Like, I knew him. And What? This is a really good question to ask. What does depression looks like, in black men? And how can we get more black men to open up like you did on your podcast, Prince TJ?
Before I, get to that answer, I think we're going from Twitch. He's brought so many joy into our homes. He brought so many laughter into our homes. He brought so much good music into our homes. Him and Ellen have made us laugh together. And so he has some good moments. And you don't know what a person is really, truly feeling until you know, right? You don't know until you truly know. And what I mean by that is you don't know what a person is feeling until they did something what Twitch done and unalive themselves. And so you don't know until you know. How can we get more black men to open up like I did was take your time. Take your time. Don't rush into trying to share your story. Live your life. Don't try to live it by somebody else's thoughts or somebody else's opinions on how they think you should live your life. Because I've done that for a long time. And address the way certain people want me to dress, or try to think the way certain people want me to think, or try to talk the way certain people want me to. They want me to talk about hood. Yeah. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute now. And so certain people try to call me whitewashed. But I don't think it's called whitewashed. I think it's called I have a certain boundary for myself. I have a certain what word am I trying to use? I have a certain character that I portray to the public. And so I know when it's time to be goofy. And they'll tell you, if you work with me, I know when it's time to be goofy and I know when it's time to be serious.
Yeah.
I know how to control my character. I know when to be good. I know when to laugh. I know when to be good. I know when to be loud. I know when to be ratchet. I know when to be hood. I just know because I have a certain boundary for myself. And so take your time to get your story out there. And don't let nobody else share your story. If you let somebody else share your story, they're going to say something and that has nothing to do with you. So if I share my story, somebody would probably been like, okay, for an example, right? Couple years, say this is about 30-20. Oh, found on the news, Prince TJ is now dead. Hate to say it, but Prince TJ is dead. And somebody is going to tell my story. But that is not the way my story goes. Don't let somebody tell the wrong story of you. Be the first one to tell your own story. That's what I'm going to say.
Thank you for that, Prince TJ. Thank you. Tell your own story. Don't let anybody else write it for you. That's spot on right there. That touched me right there when you said that. That really did. Thank you, Prince TJ, for coming. And this has been an incredible journey that you are on right now, and what today's show is all about, which is being real and vulnerable with ourselves. And thank you so much for the honor of joining the Dame Fam today, Prince TJ. Thank you so much.
Absolutely welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Hey, hey, hey.